All right, welcome everybody. No part one video today. We took off from Kansas City, Missouri, KMCI, Kilo Mike Charlie India, bound for Chicago, specifically Midway Airport, KMDW, Kilo Mike Delta Whiskey. I've been dealing. ATC's been a little bit misbehaving this afternoon. So 2:58 here in Southern California. A rainy, cold day, or for us anyway, rainy and cold. 50 degrees outside, and recorded almost an inch of rain since midnight. So anyway, I'm off work this week, so we're in the bird today, flying to Chicago on a short flight, about 50 minutes, 355 miles, and I've been using the heading control on the autopilot instead of nav to deal with the oscillation roll. The oscillation roll does not present itself. Doesn't present itself when you have the heading bug on or the heading controller. Only when it's on the nav mode. So I was using heading just to stop the annoying issues. Anyway, as I was saying, also with ATC, it's been misbehaving. It seems to be working now, but there was delays in how it was transmitting. So, you know, they cleared me to 23,000. I got to 23,000. There was no further instruction to climb until much late. Like there was just some sort of an odd delay in how it was transmitting to me. I wasn't getting messages from them expeditiously. Anyway, we've already pre-programmed in the ILS frequency. We took off 33 minutes ago. Already programmed in the ILS frequency for runway 31C, 31 center, which is 109.9. That's already been inputted. Minimums are also already inputted at 863 feet. So, sun's basically set. You can basically see there's not much left. It has set. I should say. I should be clearer. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'll show you our approach. There we go. We're gonna head east when we get to Kelsey, and then nice published approach plate for this airport for runway 31C, specifically Runts. You see Runts and Hobel, Gleam right here. We need to be at 4,000 at Gleam. It's 4.7 miles from Gleam to Runts. At Runts we need to be at 2,500. It's 2.5 miles from Runts to Hobel. At Hobel we need to be at 1,700, and then it's a further 3.3 miles from Hobel to 31C. I looked at an airport diagram, and it looks to me like mouse wheel problems. Looks to me like parking will be off to the left. We're 85 miles from the airport right now. We're at 23,000 feet. So we're just fine in terms of our expected altitude. Want to be at 21,000 at 70, which I don't see any problem with us getting there. Okay, so we're making that right turn at Kelsey, just as I mentioned. There it is. Winds are out of the west-northwest in Chicago this evening, 10 knots. And 30 degrees, mostly clear skies, at least according to real weather. We'll see how accurate that is. We're cleared to Hills. There's Hills. That's where we're headed right now. And we're specifically 7 minutes, 18 seconds away from Hills, 55.9 nautical miles from Hills. My first night landing in a long time. or it seems like a long time. Had a hell of a tailwind on this flight. 73 knots right now, but it was up over 100 knots when we were at cruising altitude, 31,000 feet. That works for me. 73 miles out now and 21,100 feet, so that's just fine. Continue slowing. I guess the upside is that it's harder to perceive the roll oscillation when it's pitch black and you're in the clouds. Although if you're paying attention to your PFD, you can still see it. It does mellow out as you get lower, but it's still doing it, you can see. They've really got to fix that bug. It's annoying. Lots of traffic in Chicago this evening, I presume. I thought about going into O'Hare, but I've landed in O'Hare in real life, and as a result, we're going into Midway. The difference is, or at least there's lots of differences, but a difference from my perspective that's significant is that the runway length is 6,522 feet. So that's enough. I mean, it's enough for us to be able to handle. I do have the, looks like we're below the cloud deck now because you can see got the city down there below us. Whoa, that must be a wind farm. See all that? Silly. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like wind power as much as the next guy, but wow, that's a lot of red lights. 60 miles out and 18,700 feet, that's perfect. Especially given that the airport is, elevation is 620 feet. Looking good. I'm still waiting for some real weather. I know I should probably just keep my mouth shut because it's nice to not have to deal with real weather. But in the sim, there's no chance of dying. So it'd be fun to have a snowstorm or something like that. I'm sure I won't have to wait long. Although tonight, the weather in Chicago's, I mean, it's cold, 30 degrees, but no storm or snow or anything like that. Betty says the nearest altimeter is 3041 at an airport called Charlie 09. Let's see. 3039. Wow. Within 200ths of an inch. Very good. Impressive. So ETC seems to be working now, so that's good. Remember, we're being told to descend to 5,000 feet. That's, again, not a coincidence. Hills, which is where we're going right now, that intersection, that waypoint. According to the published approach plate, you need to be at 5,000 feet when you get to Hills. So it's fascinating and really impressive to me how Microsoft has incorporated all the data from these published approach plates, published by the FAA, into the sim. I mean, it's really an achievement, technically. Wow, that's cool. Ooh, screenshot. Nice. Night lighting's good in this game. Although I do think that these are too dense. These lights are too dense. It's not as bad as it was. You can see that with the latest patch they addressed that, sort of.
Chicago Center United 1128 is out at flight level 285 for 2,700 feet.
285.
1128 Chicago Center, continue as planned.
Altitude's perfect. We're 42 miles or 15,600 feet. It's great. Keep slowing. Putting us about 10 minutes. Touchdown. It's supposed to snow in Chicago tomorrow. 32.5, set to 3 Bravo Whiskey. Thank.
132.5 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey. Chicago Center Cessna November.
Zoom in here on our MFD.
A
Lot of planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of planes.
Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey. Chicago Center continued to hilt as planned. Altimeter 30.39er.
Always a wild card when you're flying into a busy airport, as we've seen on some of our other flights. If you end up with some sort of traffic conflict, or somebody else landing right in front of you, or right behind you, or right on top of you, or in the opposite direction, or whatever, it is a sim after all. Distance from Hills to the airport. 13.6 nautical miles. So it's a 13.6 mile final, which is good. That's fine with me. Just south of the city right now. Lake Michigan's off to about our 10 o'clock. Kind of, it starts where the lights end. City lights look great. 30 miles out. 30 miles, wait a second. Oops, we need to be lower. I'm sorry. Error on my part. Increase our descent rate and slow down. We're going to need the speed brakes here in a second.
Cessna 7 Mike Charlie, you are 3 miles west. Climb and maintain 2,600 feet. Expect vectors visual runway to approach.
Wait till this comes up. We're good though, don't worry.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact Chicago approach on 128.2.
We're just fine.
Climb and maintain 2,600 feet. Expect vectors visual runway to approach Cessna 7 Mike Charlie.
Man, there's a lot of planes flying around today.
128.2 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Chicago approach Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey is out at 11,400 feet for 5,000 feet.
Come on.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Come on up.
November 3 Bravo Whiskey Chicago approach. Continue to hill.
Ooh, why did this just change?
Altimeter 30.36.
Huh, somehow the weather radar was activated.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Shit.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I
Landing
miscalculated our
Landing
altitude
gear.
that we need to be
Landing
at,
gear.
so I'm
Landing
having to
gear.
accelerate
Landing gear.
our descent
Landing
rate just to
gear.
be at the right
Landing gear.
altitude.
Landing gear.
Come
Landing
on.
gear.
Come on.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Come on, auto throttle.
Landing gear.
There we go. Making that left turn.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Good. Lots to do here. Lots to do. Got my hands full. Airspeed's good.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Man alive.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, now looking better on our altitude now. Corrected that.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Jesus.
Landing gear.
We do have ILS data now from the airport. 19.5 nautical miles out, and we're at 7,400 feet, so a little higher still than we should be.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Do 1 notch of flaps.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Come on.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Okay, we're looking a lot better now on our altitude, so we dealt with that problem.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Man alive, is that annoying. Okay, I have glide slope information right here, you can see. So we are going to fly in under that glide slope. That's very good. Showing us 1.9 miles from hills and 19.4 nautical miles from the airport. And we're at 6,100 feet, so that's perfect. Love it. Look at, oh, I'm sorry. Screenshot. Okay, so we're in the middle of that left turn now. We're at the top of this arc, so we're going to switch over to nav source, nav 1, since we have ILS data, and we're going to switch APPR. Okay. And then we'll wait to intercept the glide slope. Coming in under it, just like we want to be. See how this green diamond right here? Looking really good. Once we get to hills, I will put down another notch of flaps and slow us to 165. Looks like there is somebody in front of us. I don't know which airport, which runway he's bound for. We're bound for 31C. Based on his position on the radar, I'm guessing 31 left for him, because he's not aligned with 31C. So we may have a issue with a go-around or something like that, if that could be possible.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Down to 4.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
There's the airport. And this guy's on final right here. We're going to that one right there that's blinking there in the middle. Just 1.3 nautical miles from hills, 24 seconds. I don't know though, we may have a traffic conflict. Ugh. God, love it. Alright, another notch of flaps and gear. Let's go outside and watch the gear come down. That's always cool. Beautiful. Oh, how I do love it so. Okay, I'll slow down to 165.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
Down to 2,500, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey. Got the glide slope.
Descend and maintain 2,000.
I don't need to worry about
Cessna 3 Bravo
descent
Whiskey.
instructions anymore, because they're going to tell me to descend to the same altitude that autopilot will take us to. Whoops. Still got our EPPR? Sorry, I just noticed our CDI flash. Looks to me like we're no longer on the glide slope. Glide slope's gone back to white. Yep, we're no longer descending. Might have to manage this ourselves. Don't know why though. That is very strange. Set our minimum set at 900. And here comes this airplane. He looks like he's, I don't know. He's going slower than we are. That much I can tell you. Full flaps. We're lined up. We just are no longer on the glide slope, which I... There we go. Now we're back on it. Okay. I don't know what that was all about. I just lost it. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's all over the place. Sometimes, you know, when you fly in real-time traffic, you don't know who's actually in there in those cockpits. Winds are coming right at us. 8 knots, that's good. Got our landing lights on. Don't want to forget that. Depressurize.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey, you are 900 miles southeast of Midway. Contact Midway Power on 135.2 and inbound. Tower on
Wow.
135.2 Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
I just love taking pictures.
November tree 4 tree Bravo whiskey 8 miles southeast inbound ILS runway tree 1 center approach.
Oh! Jesus.
Cessna November tree 4 tree Bravo whiskey Midway Tower. Cleared ILS runway tree 1 center
Look at this guy.
approach. Altimeter tree 0 decimal tree 6 wind tree 04 and 15.
I bet you $1 we get to go around.
Cleared ILS runway tree 1 center approach Cessna tree Bravo whiskey.
We're perfectly configured for landing. We're lined up.
Bravo whiskey cleared to land runway tree 1 center. Follow the generic on final.
Well,
304 at 15.
304 at 15, so northwest at 15.
Cleared to land runway tree 1 center Cessna tree Bravo whiskey.
Disconnect the auto throttle. Recalibrate it. Okay, I'm controlling the throttle now. We're lined up perfectly. Airspeed 151. Just pop up. Oh. Outer marker indicator. Two whites, two reds, and the poppies.
Two-mile final runway 31 center.
Wait for the 500 call out. Radio altimeter showing us at 870 feet right now above ground. Man, this is smooth. I mean, I'm not seeing much in the way of stuttering for that kind of scenery. Look at this. Passenger view. Sweet. And here comes the call out.
500.
500. Autopilot.
I have the aircraft. Still got 2 and 2, 1 and 3 now. Up a little bit higher. 2 and 2 again. 149 on the airspeed. Middle marker indicator.
Cessna 3, Bravo whiskey, go around.
No, I'm not going around, sweetheart. I've had enough of their bullshit.
Cessna 3, Bravo whiskey, did you hear my last transmission?
No, I missed it. I'm sorry. High speed exit right. I know I should be going left, but I want to get off this runway. It's not even clear why they told me to go
Cessna
around.
3, Bravo whiskey, did you hear my last transmission?
See, honey, I landed. All right. You see what I mean? I predicted the go around. Did I or did I not predict the go around? Let's zoom in. All right. So let's go ahead and contact ground. Ignore them. Parking. Yeah, this is the reason for staying away from really big airports, because this kind of stuff is pretty common. Go outside.
Cessna November 34 tree Bravo whiskey taxi to general aviation.
Bring in those spoilers.
Taxiway Bravo cross runway 1 tree
Flaps.
left November.
Oh, it looks like it's actually good that we exited right.
Taxiway Bravo cross runway 1 tree left November Cessna tree Bravo whiskey.
Okay. Yeah, 1-3 left. So we've got one this runway right here to cross. See right here? Exited here. We're gonna cross this. That's not too bad. Okay, and all right, good. Let's go. Yeah, we're close for once. Here's 1-3 left.
Runway 13 left.
So we'll just be careful crossing this.
Entered runway 13 left.
Not quite,
4,800
Betty.
feet remaining.
Not quite. See, here we are. And you can see nobody's coming. But yeah, shorter runway than I've gotten kind of spoiled lately. So we used it all. But all in all, it went fine. I was not unhappy with that. Oh, toe brakes, toe brakes, toe brakes, toe brakes. There we go. Oh, nice. Only question is, will we have flashlight assistance? I don't know. I don't think so. Not seeing anybody. Nope. It's all right. Oh, we do. There he is. Where's my X? Perfect. All right. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I know it's not kosher to ignore the go-around order, but you know, it happened in Vegas, happened now in Midway. It's just, there was no reason for it. You saw. I mean, there was no aircraft on the runway. There was no reason for it. It was just AI goofiness. I never know if it's going to drop to the logbook screen when I turn off both engines. It's always a big question. Ooh, let's look outside though first. I love to look outside. Oh, beautiful. I'm getting in trouble though right now, no doubt, for landing after go around. Yeah, what are you going to do, right? Okay, so let's see, friends. Let's turn off our anti-icing equipment. Let's see if when I kill the right engine, if we drop to the logbook screen or not. Yep. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Go figure. Anyway, there you go. 52 minutes. 36 of which were in daylight and 16 minutes, 42 seconds of which were at night. So class qualifies as a night takeoff and a day takeoff and a night landing. So that's fun. And I've got 30 nighttime landings so far in the sim. 121 daytime landings. 145 daytime takeoffs and 13 nighttime takeoffs. Interesting. Okay, yeah, KMCI to KMDW, 52 minutes, 56 seconds, and it's 6:26 p.m. in Chicago. I'm sorry, 5:26 p.m. They're 2 hours ahead of us here in California. All right, well, that's it. Well, thanks for watching, and that was a fun one. I'm sorry. I do feel a little guilty about ignoring the go-around order, but I'm sure you can understand. There was just no reason for that, and I'm just not going to, you know, maybe I would do it if I actually saw something, which sometimes I do, but it was stupid. Anyway, so we're safe in Chicago, and we'll see where fate takes us next. Thanks again for watching.